terrific evening. Look at Old Town there. The historic city of Boston is our backdrop tonight. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You take a look at the 76ers. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, there's the Celtics. They're right in fifth place.
And, you know, for the Celtics, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Well, it's possible we haven't seen them at their best yet. They've shown they can play with any team in the league. Now they need to do it every night, not just some nights.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. When you're a championship contender, Chris, what are the aspects, the characteristics of an offense that is needed to get to that level?
You have to be balanced. You just can't be an inside team that can't shoot threes. You can't be a team that just shoot threes. You have to have guys that can dribble, that can get their own shot. You need guys that can catch and be standstill shooters as well, so that when you have the guys that dribble and get that space, their hands are ready and they're already ready. They're already prepared to shoot. And then it'd be really nice to have a post player, a dominant inside finisher, a guy that once he gets it in the painted area, everyone's going to have to watch out because he's going to dunk on him and make a poster.
Look at the 76ers starting group. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. And it's Robinson in at the small forward position. And for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Williams is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the one spot. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. And Embiid with the block. Richardson attacking. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Now here's Walker. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Pass to Tice. Good work defensively by Richardson. Here's Philadelphia. Robinson passes to Richardson. A baseline J, and Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Williams trying to break free. Walker's shot is off.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Walker surveying the floor. Now, here's Tice. He's tightly guarded. Can they get it? He takes it up and lays it in.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Well, now that they have that monkey off their back, hopefully they can settle down and execute.
Now here's Simmons. 23 points for him the last game against Atlanta. And then Simmons slams it in.
How can you not guard Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Here's Brown. There's the pass to Williams. Back to Brown. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Harris.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Out of Wheeler High School in Georgia, Jaylen Brown was ranked second in the class of 2015 after Ben Simmons. All the powerhouses came calling. He went the unexpected route, choosing UC Berkeley.
That free throw good from Brown. And Cal Berkeley, not the biggest basketball program in the country. So, Chris, what led Brown to go there?
Well, former NBA All-Star Sharif Abdur-Rahim, another Wheeler High alum, took the same path. Look, Kevin, both of them welcomed the intellectual challenge. Now, Sharif, not only could he hoop, but now he's the president of the G League. And Jaylen Brown, he's the vice president of the Players Union. And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Now here's Simmons. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Harris, bounce pass. Here's Embiid. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Embiid's got his second bucket of the game to go. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics' values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
Here's Walker after the made shot from Joel Embiid.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
It's stolen by Brown. And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. Comes up empty down low. So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
A bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
Well, there's too many empty possessions. I mean, they struggle to keep any kind of momentum going.
Now, here is Robinson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Harris, good.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Here's Walker. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. And it's Kemba Walker with the three.
Oh, that's nice shooting from there. That looked pure coming out of Walker's hands.
Richardson outside. Passes it to Harris. 8 feet away. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Tipped away. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Al Horford is checked in for the 76ers. And here's Walker. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And it's blocked by Simmons. And he gets it back. Walker's shot is off.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
In the corner, it's Richardson. Outside, Simmons. That shot, no good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Here's Walker. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robinson with the pace he's piling them up.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Jaylen Brown. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Getting around 12 points a game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Now, here's Tice. He averages about 5 points a game, 6 to shoot. Walker with it, outguarded by Simmons. Shot's good by Walker. And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star and an all-star. You know what, Chris? If he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you better polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting, the only thing he really lacks.
They get it again.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Austin making some changes. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Smart subbed in for Brown. And the 76ers also making a change. Mike Scott's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. Now here's Walker. He's got 5. Pass to Cantor. Smart against Richardson. The kick out to Walker. No good on the 3.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Richardson attacking. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Great feed. Simmons, the passing skills of a point. At 6'10", he can see the whole court.
There's Smart. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
And after signing a 4-year, $52 million contract extension, Marcus Smart rewarded the Celtics, Chris, with the best season of his young career.
Yeah, his best shooting percentages by far. I mean, add in his continued progress as a playmaker. Don't forget he's the man on the defensive end. I think that's money well spent for Boston.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
And he sinks the second.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with his fiery approach to the game.
Pass to Thibault. Now here's Scott. Now the pass to Horford. To the middle, Simmons. The shot, no good. Excellent D from Cantor. You know, Greg, defense a given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Here's Simmons. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Simmons passes to O'Quinn. Over Cantor. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Enes Kanter.
Oh, man, you love to see that kind of effort on the offensive boards. Horford might be into his 30s, but he still brings energy.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw dropped for Al Horford. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one because so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic. How about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him. And then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from. And that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you, because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
That free throw missing.
And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them. Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark. And Simmons, you know, imagine if you have a team of shooters built around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question.
He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Now here's Smart. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Passes to Tatum. That shot is off. Nice D from Scott. Yes, you're talking about the Philly fans. They were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. And you can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you. As great as he is offensively, Kevin, Al Horford is even better on defense. Not a volume shot blocker or rebounder, but he's strong, agile, and always in the right place.
Free throw good, Horford. And Chris at the defensive end. So much of it is communication and positioning.
Yeah, offense is trying to force rotations and force mistakes. Horford doesn't take plays off, and his recognition is a step ahead.
So Horford gets two.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Outside Tatum. Great touch on the 16-footer. Tatum's got his second basket of the game.
Wow, nice touch on the mid-range there. Tatum's a player who scores everywhere on the court.
Pass to Thibault. At the top of the key, Horford. The 76ers with another miss.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Celtics trail by 12. Wanamaker the pass to Cannon. Here's Poirier, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
It's blocked, and they'll keep possession. Horford kicks to Scott. Here's the three. Kept alive. Pass to O'Quinn. Here's Simmons. Tries again. Goes up again. O'Quinn can't hit.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
Tatum's shot is off. The 76ers leading by 12. The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Here's Wanamaker. 9-point game his last outing. Poirier passes to Wanamaker. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside, Simmons. To the inside, stolen by Cantor. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Good on the shot.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision, looking only for his own shot, but he's more about team.
55 seconds left in the first quarter. Now Simmons. He has 6. The pass to O'Quinn. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Smart leading the charge. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Here's Tatum. He had 10 points in the win against Golden State.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
But they recover it. Smart misses. Philadelphia leading by 12. Here's Simmons inside. Horford kicks to Scott. Here's Korkmaz. O'Quinn dishes to Simmons, and he banks in the layup. Simmons got 8 points.
What focus from the young guard. I like how Simmons stayed locked in on scoring despite the contact.
And so it's Philadelphia sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers, guys.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the 76ers, Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Simmons is out there with Korkmaz, and it's O'Quinn in at the 5. Here's Wanamaker. 76ers getting the bucket. Cantor with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Poirier. Back to Wanamaker. 5 to shoot. Over Simmons. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Wanamaker. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Passes it to Cantor. Outside, Smart. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
Pass to Korkmaz. Harris outside. Pass to Korkmaz. A second chance effort and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Enes Kanter. The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That free throw, no good. All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. I mean, you're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
Two of the best. Players and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you got to stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing, and Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan, for me, I know as a fan, for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
Well, they just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is all on the fly. Such genius to watch play.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
That's good from Harris.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
Robinson's checked in for the 76ers. Good on both.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Now, here's Hayward. A 17-point game for him in the win against Golden State. Now the 76ers with it. They've got an 8-0 run. Robinson. That shot off. Hayward with some nice D. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They played with energy and communicated well. It made things difficult out there.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Korkmaz passes to Harris. Shoots over Walker. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got 6. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And getting very close to seeing our final list of contestants for the dunk contest. And you know everybody in the discussion right now really wants to compete.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, if you got the hops and the repertoire, you want to show what you can do.
Well, you look at Tice. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And the list of participants is going to be final soon, so we'll be sure to keep you posted. This year's dunk contest should be a very special one.
And every year it seems we see something in the dunk contest that we've never seen before, and I don't think this year will be any different.
Now here's Walker after the miss from Joel Embiid.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Richardson attacking, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
And Boston has possession. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Walker. Some solid defense from Robinson.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Walker. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got 7.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by the Sixers.
Walker against Richardson. Harris up top. Clock at 6. The rebound by the Celtics. 4-on-3 break. There's the lob to Brown. The shot that time not on target.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later. That's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Celtics shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Walker dishes to Williams. Walker against Richardson. Walker's shot is off.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there. One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Harris has gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 50% so far. Brown finds Williams. Now Walker fires top of the key. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Robinson's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Walker against Richardson. Outside, Walker. The pass to Hayward. Shoots. They get it back. And Tice gets it to go.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Richardson against Walker. Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Tice. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
And he knocks down the first one. And last season, Daniel Tice shooting over 40% from long range, and Chris over 75% around the rim.
Yeah, Kevin, wouldn't you call that great efficiency, both inside and out? New contract this summer to reward his terrific play.
And Harris drops them both.
Oh, finally he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Walker the pass to Williams. Back to Walker. Williams trying to break free, and it's Walker that time on the assist by Williams. And that's now 9 points for Kemba Walker. The 76ers have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Embiid wide open, offline with his three. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. He dishes it to Hayward. And here's Brown outside. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Scott, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. Tatum, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Here's Thibault. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And here comes Hayward, leading the fast break.
And this is what you want. I mean, out in the open court, Hayward gives you so many options as a finisher.
Richardson against Walker. Now here is Harris, guarded closely. 76ers moving the ball around. The 9-foot shot. Scott, good.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And stolen by Richardson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the dunk by Embiid.
Getting off the ground fast. Embiid is an absolute animal when it comes to hammering it home.
Now here's Walker. He's got 9. Pass to Tatum. Outside Williams. Pass to Walker. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Pass to Scott. Williams with the steal. Here's Brown. Got a hand on it. And here is Harris. He's got 10. Right side Scott. Kicks it out to Richardson. Takes a three. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. Scott's gone 1 of 4 so far. Right side to Walker. All sorts of time. And that's good for 2. Walker's got 11 points.
Well, the shooter of Walker's caliber, I mean, you can't allow him to shoot with his feet set.
Richardson outside. The pass to Harris. Back to Richardson. The shot will not fall. Now Boston takes it the other way. There's Walker with the three. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
For the finish. And the dunk by Brown.
Look to run. Brown can beat you down the floor, then finish the play.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Feeds to Embiid. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Embiid's got 6 points in the quarter.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 4th in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Horford. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Horford's got 7.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Now here's Smart. He's covered closely. Lets it go with the 3. And Wanamaker gets it to go. Wanamaker's got his second bucket.
Yeah, and for Tatum, there's a natural instinct, an understanding of how this offense flows.
Passes it to Thibault. Back to Simmons. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. He's got 9.
And Horford can turn it up. I mean, just setting some teeth-rattling screens and then insult to injury, rolling in for the bucket.
Down low. Here's Cantor. Good work defensively by Horford. It'll count. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
I think we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was Josh Richardson who got hot in the first. He had 10 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Williams. And it's Hayward in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Boston 5. The 76ers shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Here's Embiid. Nails the baby hook. Embiid's got the first basket of the third quarter for the 76ers. Now Walker. Fires the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later. But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. Oh, wow! Nice! A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Walker kicks to Brown. The shot by Hayward, wide open. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hayward's got 5 points so far.
Maybe he's not a priority for the D, but come on, man. Got to have somebody keeping track of him.
Pass to Robinson. And here's Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Over Williams. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, GA. Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs. He's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal.
And here is Simmons after Gordon Hayward hitting the 3. Harris outside. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. Kicks it to Embiid. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Well, that makes them 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now a timeout called by Boston. The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon, what Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. And I got to give my boys in Michigan, I got to give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
The 76ers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Outside for Robinson. Over Tice. Robinson misses.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Hayward dishes to Walker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 14 points for Walker.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Simmons looking it over. He kicks to Embiid, launches a 3. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Brown the pass to Williams. Brown with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. That's tipped from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's over in the corner. Brown with the teardrop, and it's good on the way in. Brown's got 6.
That is prime time point guard play. A sensational find by Walker to set up the easy bucket.
Get Simmons.
Walker against Simmons. Harris, right side. Back to Robinson. The 76ers need to get off a shot. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got his 6th rebound on the night, and the call will be against Harris. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Korkmaz checked in for Richardson. Boston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the 3rd quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And the foul called on Korkmaz. That is his 1st foul of the game. And the NBA seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always been
Kevin.
this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they're taking fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
Harris goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. He's got 12.
With broad shoulders and a solid upper body strength. Now, Harris is lethal around the rim.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Celtics. Misses off the left iron.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Now here's Embiid. 19 points in the game. Good. 14 points for Tobias Harris.
It's been absolutely amazing to watch Harris mature. I mean, physically, he can handle the power.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Hayward from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Hayward's got 9 points here in the 2nd half. The 76ers have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the 3rd. To the paint, here's Embiid. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. And Walker kicks to Hayward. And again, Boston with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. Pass to Embiid. To the inside. Korkmaz, no good.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Here's Embiid. Off target with his 3. The Celtics have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the 3rd. Hayward can't hit. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Oh, he's a real menace underneath. Once Simmons gets established position, you basically have to whack him.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That one is off.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. That one is no good.
I mean, you got to love the skill set that Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
And it's sent back by Horford. Outside, Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Back to Korkmaz. And there's the pass to Scott. Inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Korkmaz has got 9.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The Celtics shooting around 40% in the third, maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Simmons. Nailed from three-point land.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Passes it to Scott. Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Tatum. Here's Korkmaz. He's got 9. And Simmons kicks to Korkmaz. Got a piece of it.
Unbelievable rejection from Smart there. Really using his insane vertical to send that one back.
The 76ers making a switch here. Here's Wanamaker. 5 points in the game. Pass to Cantor. Outside, Smart. Here's Wanamaker, guarded by Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Wanamaker misses.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they've got to show some more aggression.
Pass to Thibault. Now, here's Scott, guarded by Tatum. Horford the pass to O'Quinn. The baseline jumper goes down.
I mean, he does things that other bigs simply can't. Horford, a phenomenal passer for his position.
Knocked away. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Now off the inbound and slam dunk by Tatum.
And going right to the rim. Love the attack mindset and the ability to finish strong.
Now here's Simmons. Defense right on him. Horford the pass to Simmons. Kicks to O'Quinn. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Wanamaker. He has 5. And the pass to Smart. Pass to Tatum. Shoots the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Simmons dishes to Horford. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
2 shots.
And he makes the first.
I mean, what I appreciate about Horford is his unselfishness. I mean, he brings a veteran team-first mindset to the table.
He's perfect from the line this time. Well, the Celtics shooting just 34% from the floor. 1:27 left to play in the third. Pass to Tatum. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And we can see this from his rookie year. Tatum's a guy who's going to make shots and at times carry an offense.
Get Simmons.
And Simmons kicks to Scott. Back to Simmons. 5 on the clock. Horford the pass to Thibault. Another miss by Philadelphia. A difficult situation for Boston. Smart wide open. He fires. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And Simmons kicks to O'Quinn. No good that time. And it's Boston the other way.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
They grab their own miss. Smart misses. Philadelphia leading by 22. Thibault, the pass to O'Quinn. Outside, Simmons. Out to the right wing. Here's Thibault. No good with the triple. Smart deciding where to go with it. A three-pointer off the mark. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Philadelphia ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for Philadelphia. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Horford is out there with Scott. And it's O'Quinn in at the center position. Now here is Horford. They get it back. The kick out to Scott. Pass to Horford. Back to Scott. Fires for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Scott's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the 76ers. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the league.
Boston making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Semi Ojeleye comes in for Jason Tatum. And Langford subbed in for Smart. And then for Philadelphia, Burks, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Smith comes in for Richardson. And Raul Neto subbed in for Simmons. Now, here's Langford. Back to Walker. Launches it. Again, the miss by Walker. The 76ers shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. The drive by Smith. They get the rebound.
Well, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
To the middle. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Langford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Monday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
He throw good, Langford. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid, Porzingis, and we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time onto your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Up top, Walker. Guarded by Simmons.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
The pass to Horford. Over Tice. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Horford no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Now here's Williams. Rebound by the 76ers. O'Quinn's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Robinson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Here's Walker after the Sixers pick up 2. There's the lob for Harris.
And we talk about ball distribution. Simmons is a terrific floor general, as he proves once again.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Walker the pass to Tice. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Langford with the basket on the assist by Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Harris's shot is off. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. It's Brown on the wing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Harris. With more star players changing teams, the word tampering comes up. Chris, is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
Boston making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Richardson's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And for Brown, it's about consistently improving. We've seen flashes from him, but now it's time for him to meet expectations.
Count it.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Philadelphia leading by 21. Outside Robinson. Richardson against Brown. Passes to Horford. Deep 2 from Robinson. Poked loose.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
And it's blocked by Simmons. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Kicks it out to Richardson. Shoots over Walker. Another miss by Philadelphia. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. 13 feet away. And it falls over the rim and in. 9 points for Jaylen Brown.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
Now, here is Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 15. It's good. And it's 13 points for Horford.
Now, look, you can't forget about Horford. I mean, especially from the mid-range area where he gets it done.
Here's Walker. He sinks the 11-footer.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
And Simmons kicks to Richardson. Harris outside. Outside Robinson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Robinson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
So it's the Celtics now. Walker the pass to Tice. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll
God. This would be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
Elbow shot is on the way, but they get it back. Tice, no good. The 76ers leading by 19 points. Now here is Horford. Outside Robinson. Rebound by Williams. And here's Boston. They're on a 13-5 run here. And here's Walker. Pass to Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. Over Robinson. And again, it's Boston converting.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Pass to Harris. It's stolen by Tice. And now running up the court, Hayward's pushing it up. Brown wide open. He fires. Here's Williams. He's off on that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. Philadelphia's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. It's Robinson, top of the key. Back to Simmons. Stolen by Walker. Here's Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 6 assists in the game.
And Brown is a reliable threat from mid-range. I mean, effortlessly rising up for the nice-looking J.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Joel Embiid.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster. And that is a great move off the baseline and a big-time play at the basket.
Agreed. Fantastic reverse dunk. Had to get up high for that one. Now here's Walker. And that one drops. Walker's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Richardson outside. The pass to Robinson. 76ers moving the ball around. Down low. Here's Harris over Tice. Harris no good. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. Passes it to Tice. Wide open. And he knocks down the jumper. Tice has got 4 points in the quarter.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
To the inside. Williams with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Hayward from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 10-point lead. Williams with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Hayward's running. Stops. Pops. The kick out to Walker. Another shot. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Walker's got 25 points.
You know, I think Williams has a terrific future. A charismatic, likable kid who can be unselfish to a fault.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
The 76ers leading by 8. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Horford. Here's Richardson. And too long on the shot. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Inside, Williams passes to Walker. Here's Brown, plenty of space, and it's Boston with another.
Well, how about the quickness of that release? Brown just draining that catch-and-shoot jumper with ease.
Simmons against Walker. Pass to Horford. Outside, Simmons. Left side, Harris. 4 on the clock. Over Tice. And the basket by Harris. And the 76ers lead by 8.
Are you kidding me? How huge is it to have a player as calm as Harris when the shot clock is winding down? He just finds ways to get free and get a quality look up in time.
Here's Walker. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Walker in the post. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7.
An electrifying scorer. Walker, he'll burn you in so many ways.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for the 76ers. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Richardson outside. Hayward against Robinson. Dishes to Harris. To the paint. The 8-footer. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
Well, GA, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're trailing by 8. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm sure the coach is telling them it ain't over till it's over. Yeah, but I don't know.
And here's Brown outside. Rebound by the 76ers. .30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Richardson outside. And stolen by Hayward.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but just wasn't enough.
Now Richardson. So the 76ers win it. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Al. The coach mentioned he wanted to come into this building and do whatever was necessary to win. Did you think you guys had the intensity to get that done?
Yeah, no question. I like the energy from our team from the beginning. You know, to be able to come in here and get a win like this, it feels good.
Great road win tonight, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.